So I look a mess, messier than usual, I know, but it's been an interesting day. It was going okay until something randomly with my sink just started backing up, and I wasn't using it, and I was like, it's got to have something to do with the tenant upstairs, and that's what it was. But anyway, we just had emergency maintenance here, snake to drain, the whole thing. So anyway, I'm a frazzled mess. I did want to share something with you before I go just eat some cookies and zone out for a little while before I go to bed. So I'm still working through that book, the Cognitive Behavioral Therapy in 7 Weeks book that I've told you about. This is the one I'm on now. I usually just call them my depression books because I have a lot of books on depression, but this is the one I'm working through now. And I did want to read you a little section from it. When he's talking about basic human needs. So that's Atticus behind me, by the way, in case you haven't seen him before. He's been in 1 or 2 of my videos, but he tends to always be moving. He's a very active cat. Anyway, basic human needs. Let's see. One way to think about our goals is to ask how much our psychological needs are being fulfilled. Countless studies have shown humans need 3 things. Autonomy, the ability to decide for ourselves what we do without being overly controlled by others. And I think this is a huge thing because I think we all know some people that are in relationships that might be controlling, or ourselves feel that we don't have much control over our own lives, and that's a pretty terrible feeling. The second is relatedness, meaningful and satisfying connections to other people, which hugely important. And I know I've talked about connections before and about that book is it called Connections? I think it is. I've mentioned on here before. It was another one of my depression books that I've read, and it's really about, it's Lost Connections, that's what it's called, about how much connection we need in our life and how the author thinks that's a major part of depression. So he does mention it here as one of the issues. And the third thing is competence. Feeling like we're good at what we do and able to put our talents to use. So this is a big thing for me that I've debated, especially the last few years, as my mental health has seemed to have gotten worse. Is I've had friends say, why don't you just, go on disability instead of being in and out of work all the time because you're always, in treatment. And I get that. There's some issues with that, financial for one. But also, I don't want to lose that feeling of being needed or contributing. Not that work is the only way we contribute to things, but I don't know. I always used to say if I was rich and didn't need to work, I would still, do volunteer work or something. I need to do something where I feel like I'm contributing in some way. Especially because I don't have, kids that I'm raising or even a niece or nephew or someone where I feel like I'm kind of helping to guide or, I don't know, just contribute. I mean, I guess, I don't know. There's a lot that could be said about that, but it did make me think about, other ways I can find to feel that I'm contributing to the world outside of just work, because I feel like in the time I've been out of work and just trying to deal with my mental health that I've lost that feeling that I'm participating and contributing to something. So part of why I do these TikToks is for that feeling, because I want to feel like I can, help people. But I don't know how much I'm helping people. So I need to, I don't know, take a look at that more. Think of other ways that I can feel that I'm doing some good in the world, So that was a tangent, but I did just want to mention the 3 things that he mentioned. So again, it's autonomy, relatedness, and competence. And he says, the better these needs are met, the more life satisfaction we'll experience. For example, high satisfaction of our psychological needs is linked to lower shame, depression, and loneliness. Importantly, reaching our goals means more to us when these goals are in line with our basic psychological needs. So when we focus on these 3 areas, in fulfilling these 3 areas, the happier we will be. And then he asks a series of questions about, kind of how, personally in my life, or whoever's reading the book, how much we feel that we're satisfying those needs for ourselves. So anyway, I just thought it was interesting to think about. And I don't know. So today was a weird day. I was up and down mentally, and I did read some of this book. I did some of the workbook. I had a apartment emergency, and now I'm gonna go eat cookies because I want cookies. It'll make me feel better. So I hope you're having a good weekend. And again, remember, spring is coming. Thank God, spring is coming. Oh, and remember to set your clocks forward tonight an hour. Remember to spring ahead. Okay, good night.